What's tea, bestie? How you doing? How your edges? How your kids? How that man? I'm gonna tell you how my edges doing, bestie. So we all saw the Tyson versus Jake Paul fight last night. And can I just say that while I'm not discrediting Jake Paul's victory, because when you look at punches output, he definitely was the more active fighter. He definitely put out more punches. So the win is definitely his win. The fight itself was mediocre. And the most entertaining part of the fight was trying to get Netflix to stop buffering so that you could actually watch the fight. The things that he did well was promotion-wise, he did a good job of promoting it. He put on a very beautiful boxing experience for everybody. He definitely made history in doing things that we've never seen other promoters do, even promoters who were once boxers and switched over to promoting. That little box that sat on the side of the ring that gave you the same view as the commentator and the judges, that was literally genius, and I had never seen anything like that before. So I think that Jake Paul, on the business side, he does a very good job at not only making waves and making history in whatever lane he decides to get in. I think that he's very smart there. But when we talk about what he did in the ring, it was very mid. It was very mediocre. He fought an extremely safe fight. He kept a lot of distance between him and Tyson.
Yeah, but Paul doing a good job of staying away from Mike early, which is very smart on his behalf. Because
it was very apparent that Tyson was having an injury with his knee or an issue with the knee.
By Paul with the right hand.
Yeah, it was. I don't like Mike's legs at 58, though.
The first round he's won in more than 2 decades.
Yeah, I don't like Mike's legs. I don't like Mike's legs at all.
And he wore that knee wrap during training. There were health issues, and of course,
he couldn't really get a bounce going. So Jake really understood that Tyson couldn't chase him around like it was planned and expected, because we knew that, you know, Jake was going to work the ring. He was going to be very active, move around a lot, because the strategy was always to try to tire Tyson out. But when he saw that Tyson can't even really move and he's just kind of like a sitting target, you know, all you have to really do is stay active, keep a lot of distance, throw your punches from the outside where he can't really respond to anything, and just play that game for these 8 rounds. And then, you know, it's a sure path to victory. And for all of the yapping and capping that he was doing about really wanting to get in there, exchange with Tyson, give him the knockout, you know, show that he's really the greatest, I think that, like, the expectation versus the execution was just not there. And if you was going to throw, then throw. But the second that we went into that first round and Tyson actually hit him a few times, because the first round was honestly Tyson's best round, I think that Jake quickly understood that them punches still got some pop to it, and it put a lot of respect on who it was he was in the ring with. It was very clear that he was scared. He even said it himself.
Did you try to knock him out?
Man, I was trying to hurt him a little bit, you know. I was scared that he was going to hurt me.
That he was scared to get hurt. He was scared to get hit. And it was just genuinely apparent throughout the whole fight. Even in the 8th round, whenever his team tried to tell him, let's make history.
People wonder, you know, what?
Oh, listen. Give me a little more. All right? Come on, man. You the young lion. He the old lion. All right? Let's make the difference in this shit. Let's make the fucking difference in this shit.
Insinuating to try to go in for the knockout. And he went in and he was trying to really throw some punches. When Mike hit him with that overhand, it literally backed him up and he continued to play the safe, respectful game. Is it a history-making strategy? No, it's not. You came in, you fought safe, you made sure you kept enough distance to win. But on the other side of that, it was 100% mediocre, because this is a 58-year-old man with a knee injury and you could not knock him out. Nothing, period. You couldn't even really hurt him for real. Like, even when you saw Jake throwing those punches and Tyson was kind of stumbling back, he wasn't stumbling back because those punches were actually hurting him. He was stumbling back because he could never get his footing. He couldn't really get a stance. He couldn't even really get a bounce going because that knee was giving him the blues, and he was just clearly trying to muster through it. That's why a lot of his movements were more vertical, just trying to move the head and doing things like that, doing what he could to try to stay off off the line as much as possible since he could not use his lower half, and that's very clear. I don't think that any of those punches were very effective, especially given, again, the fact that y'all use 14-ounce gloves. You didn't even use the standard 10. But, you know, there are going to be those people that say a win is a win. And, you know, if you like your wins to be safe, if you like your wins to just come by doing the easy thing and not really fighting the fight that you promoted, you pumped up, you set up, then hey, do what works for you, whatever helps you sleep at night. But I'm just saying, if I would have talked the amount of shit that I talked and really felt in my heart that I was going to be able to knock out the Mike Tyson, then I would have fought a more closer game. I would have came and fought on the inside a lot more than what he did that night. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
The broadcast team was debating what you were doing with your glove. Was it a mouthpiece issue, or were you just biting on your glove? What was that? Could you tell us?
Oh, I have a habit of biting my gloves when I fight, yes.
Why do you do that?
I have a biting fixation.
Now, last night, the commentators were going back and forth a little bit about why Tyson was biting his glove. I believe that was Holyfield who was commentating. I'm not really sure. I have to go back. And he kept saying that he thought that Tyson was biting the glove because of the punches and him just trying to keep himself up and in the fight. But it was later revealed that Tyson said he has a biting fixation, which, I mean, sometimes boxers will bite their glove to try to channel their aggression and keep themselves focused. Sometimes they will bite their gloves if they are punched with a very effective punch to try to keep themselves like up, keep that adrenaline going. Or sometimes they just have biting fixations. I don't know. It was one of the first times that I'd ever seen a boxer bite their gloves. I've heard of it before, but I'd never seen it. And I don't even think that he realized that he was doing it as often as he was doing it. It could be a nerves thing. There's a lot of reasons. I mean, it's Mike Tyson. We never really know. You know what I'm saying? We never really know. But I thought it was more funny to hear that he said it was a biting fixation. Like, a biting fixation is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And maybe he just had to fight the urge and bite the glove instead of biting Jake Paul. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But all in all, you know, I don't just watch Jake Paul fights because me being somebody who's really into boxing, I don't see him as a boxer. I don't. And this didn't really change my opinion about who he is as a boxer or putting some respect on his name as a boxer. I'm not going to be one of those people that do that. I'm just simply not, because he didn't show me anything in the ring that would make me feel otherwise about him. Sorry. I'm so sorry. But I will give him, you know, congratulations on the win, because you definitely won that. And I think that for the promotion-wise of the fight, he definitely is one of them ones, and he is in a very promising lane. And I could clearly see him being the standard very soon when it comes to fight promotion, because he really did that. So I'm not going to be like a complete hater, because I know that some people going to think that I'm hating, but I'm not. I just enjoy boxing, and I just don't think that anything that he did last night qualifies as somebody who I would see as like a real boxer. Like, he's not somebody that I'm buying pay-per-view tickets or going to watch his fights. It just didn't give that, because I'm not somebody who needs all the bells and whistles and extra over the topness. I want to see the fight. I want to see the technique. I want to see how you put your punches together. I want to see how you slip and move it. That's what I want to see. I don't need to see all the extraness. I could go to WWE for that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not that girl. And you know who else is not that girl? Katie Taylor. Because I don't care what nobody said. They gave that victory to her, and she did not deserve it. They definitely robbed Amanda Serrano from her victory last night. She won that fight hands down. I agree with her coach in the fact of that referee was bogus as hell, and he was letting so many headbutts get through. Like, that girl's eyelid was literally flipped over by the end of the fight, and he only took 1 point from it. I think that all of those judges deserve receding hairlines, because how could you see Amanda get in that ring, put those punches down like that, persevere like that, and then say that Katie was the one that won. At this point, just say somebody paid y'all, because that's what it's given. We know that Amanda is a puncher, and Katie could not punch with a puncher. That's why she was wrapping up so many times, to the point where the referee literally told her to stop wrapping up and that she was better than that. No, she's not better than that. That's why she kept doing it. She's not better than that, and I'm just very disappointed and frustrated in the fact that they really played in Amanda's face so badly. I really was like truly saddened by that. And in all honesty, if we being real, the Taylor and Toronto fight really could have been the main card, because the girls was doing what needed to be done. They was really putting on the show. They was really giving us what we needed to see. But if you watch women's boxing before, then you know that the girls don't come to play. They don't get in that ring and they don't play no games. You see what I'm saying? But I want to know what you feel about it, Bestie. Were you devastated last night? Was it the outcome that you expected? Did you think Jake Paul should have did more? Were you delusional in believing that Jake Paul was really going to be able to knock out Mike Iron Tyson? What? Iron Mike Tyson? Did you really think that? That's what I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because depending on what you say. No, I'm just playing. But I am curious to know what you think about it in the comments. And until next time, love you, bestie. Bye.